Hey everybody, it's Shadster from shadratKustoms. There's a lot of guys getting into wheel swapping on Hot Wheels cars lately, so what I wanted to do today on my first video is show a quick way that I take my cars apart. If you'll notice on the bottom of most of your cars you have two rivets with little circles on the tops of them. So what I do is I take my screw gun here, and on my screw gun I've got a number 50 drill bit with a drill stop that I've fabricated that I stick over the top like that to make it so I don't shoot through the other side of the car. So what we're working on today is a Nomad, a Chevy Nomad, and a 32 Ford. Yeah, 32 Ford Coupe. So let's get started on taking the Nomad apart. It's good to stop every few seconds and clean your drill bit out so you don't risk popping a drill bit. Don't be in a hurry, because you never know when one of these tiny little fragile drill bits is gonna give. You'll feel yourself get to the bottom. So flip it over and do the other side. Keep cleaning out your bits. I like to lightly shake the car on top of the bench top so it cleans out the rivet that you're drilling out. Okay, so after you're done there, what you've got is a drilled hole down the center of your rivet with your number 50 bit. And then in a separate drill gun I've got a 3/16 drill bit. This works nicely for drilling the cap off the rivet. You want to go real slow on this because you don't want to damage the base of your Hot Wheels car. So tiny little bursts until you can see the rivet cap come off. I know there's a lot of guys out there that are doing the same thing. I just kind of wanted to show one that I'm doing today. And so then when you're all done, I think you're all done, you'll end up with something like that, where its cap is off the rivet. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to take a tiny little screwdriver blade, get under there and pop the chassis apart from the car. You should end up with something like that. You got your interior tub, your body, your window glass. Now some of your chassis plates are metal and some of them are plastic. In this case, this one's metal, so sometimes I'll use a Dremel bit to pop those out. And what I've been doing lately is I just get down in the middle of these little retaining tabs and push to the bottom and twist the tabs apart. Sometimes they'll twist nicely and just bend without breaking, so you can use them later when you're putting your car back together. If you do that, they'll just kind of, a lot of times they'll just pop right out. You do that to the front one, and then go back and do the same thing to the back one. Sometimes you got to get a little bit tougher on some of them, and if they still won't pop out, you can use a little pair of snips like this. You can get at your local hardware store, get down in the middle of them and cut them like that, and before you know it, you got your other axle out. Now, before the video, I've kind of lined both of these cars up because that's what I'm looking for, is to end up with the car looking like that. But you can see that the back wheels are about the same diameter and same as the front, but they're different lengths. So in my next video, I'm going to show how we make your own custom axles using piano wire and some crimp tubes. So we've got that one apart. Let's go ahead and take the 32 Ford apart, and then we'll be ready to do the wheel swap. So again, we go back to the first drill bit, the number 50 with the stopper. I've got this set down about 3/16 of an inch. On these 32 Fords, you want to be careful because the front part of it's plastic, so you're going to go into your rivet really quick. And that's all it takes on that one. Make sure to clean your bit out. And then go back and do it on the back side. These bits will get dull over time. I've probably done a couple hundred wheel swaps so far, so I've changed these bits out a few times, and you can always tell when the new bits are put in because they work a lot better. One of the reasons for using this small bit, this number 50 bit, is because what I also like to do is I use a 256 tap to go back and tap the holes, tap the posts on the car that you just drilled apart. So I know my buddy Pooch F. Marobi uses this same process. I'm just kind of showing one that I'm doing today. So with the tapping, you just want to use nice, slow, and easy. Go in a little ways and then back it back out. Clean your tap out, and then go do it again. You'll do this 2 or 3 times until you feel yourself tapping out on the bottom of your post. What's cool about this is you can put your cars back together, use some different wheels, and then later on, if you like those wheels, you want to put them on something else, you don't have anything permanently glued down, you're ready to roll. So I don't know if you can tell on the video there, but the inside of that, you can see the rivet. And for time purposes, I'm not going to show how I do that back one, but there's a couple different screws I use. You can get these silver screws with a Phillips head. They're 256 by 3/16 in silver. Those work nicely for putting your car back together, kind of like that. And then you can also use 256 by 3/16 button head screws like this. I don't know if you can see the head of that screw, but you use a number 50 Allen head driver, and when that's in place, you almost can't tell that you've even taken the car apart, because it looks just like a rivet with that hex head on it. And those screws also come in black, because a lot of your chassis plates are either black or silver, so I kind of mix it up depending on which one I use. Okay, well, I think that video is long enough. We'll shoot another video here in a second, and I'll finish taking the 32 apart, and we'll see if we can't do a quick wheel swap. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a little bit.